JHope absolutely devoured the Lollapalooza Berlin this year. As you know, this year's Hobipalooza, that's how we call it, was held at Olympian Stadium in Berlin at 8:15 p.m. local time on July 13th, and KST in Korea it was held at like 3 a.m. July 14th, and JHope was invited as a headliner, and he performed 21 songs over about an hour and a half, all rearranged with the live band sounds. So we're gonna talk about this, and then funnily enough, Jimin was watching it the entire time while writing like messages in a live chat on Weverse. So we will talk about that. And I know there's a lot going on today. JHope held a Weverse live after the show, and then Jimin and Jungkook also held a Weverse live, right? So I'm gonna go through that. I'm super happy when BTS makes me busy, but first comes first. Hobipalooza. Okay, so the festival, it was estimated that it drew about 60,000 attendees, and the venue was packed with armies from around the world who had gathered since the early morning. And even before the show began, the crowd was chanting JHope, JHope, right? And then Jimin was saying 정우석, 정우석, like along with the army. So I love that. And this marks JHope's first appearance at a major European music festival solo. You know, his performance in Germany is especially meaningful because it's his first time back on a German stage in 6 years and 9 months since BTS 2018 Love Yourself World Tour. And it was his second time performing at Lollapalooza event, as you know. And back in 2022, he made headlines as the first Korean artist to headline the main stage at Lollapalooza Chicago, which was a moment that created the term, Hobipalooza, right? JHope plus Lollapalooza. And that was absolutely historic and legendary. Now, for the Berlin show, I'm going to talk about this too. For the Berlin show, JHope performed part of the set list from his Hope on the Stage World Tour earlier this year. And yeah, it was absolutely amazing, and I'm glad that the dancers for the Killing It Girl joined him in Berlin. So, here's a set list. Intro, What If, Pandora's Box, Arson, More, On the Street, Lock and Lock, I Wonder, Trivia, Just Dance, and then there was VCR, Killing a Girl, Mona Lisa, Sweet Dreams, the trilogy, right? The solo, single trilogy, English single trilogy that he released this year. Baseline, 항상, Mic Drop, Dynamite, Butter, Outro Ego, Daydream, Chicken Noodle Soup, and then Ment, Hope World, Equal Sign, Future, and Neuron. And I will also talk about and translate the Ment. Okay, so it was that, and yeah, he was taking it off. Super hot, and Jimin commented on that as well, right? And armies created this set list using naked Hobie, half-naked Hobie as a cover image. And then, I mean, it was absolutely beautiful. Like the weather, the sky, and the fireworks, and the audience. Man, it was so sweet overall. So yeah, JHope killed it. All right, so yeah, it was fully packed, right? Amazing. So I'm gonna go through each of Jimin's messages that he posted on Weverse as he watched the concert, right? So in the very beginning, while waiting for JHope to enter the stage, Jimin said, "대기 중, waiting." Right, along with the armies, he also chanted JHope's name in Korean. 정우석, 정우석, 정우석. He wrote that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. So that was 3:12 a.m. 3:16 a.m. He said, "Oh my," like OMG. 아니 아미들 왜 이렇게 많아? 나도 가고 싶다. Why armies? Why are there so many armies? Oh my God, I want to go too. And this was even before the show started. And yeah, at around 3:18 a.m., JHope performed What If, right? The first song after the intro. and then he did a chanting. What if in Korean, like what if, what if, what if, singing the chorus during the what if performance. And then 3:20 a.m. This was hilarious. I think this was during Pandora's Box, I think, which was the second song he performed and number 3 on the set list. He said, 죄송한데 호비형 좀 보여주세요. So he said, sorry, but can we get more shots of Hobiehyung, please? Saying that like the cameraman was not capturing JHope because of these lighting and stuff. And this reminded me of what people said during Jin's concert that he held in Goyang a few weeks ago. Because there was so like smoke from the stage, people were like, we cannot see Jin's face. I mean, we cannot even see like anything because of all the smoke going on. And I love when Jimin acts like he's a fellow army, watching JHope's performance. There's a saying that the biggest fan of BTS is BTS themselves, right? And Jimin's interaction today really reminded me of that saying. And then 3:26 a.m. Jimin said, XX 멋있다. I'm pretty sure that XX is 존나. I try to emphasize his feelings. So he said, so cool. And this was during Arson, which was number 4 on the set list. So apparently Jimin was so impressed by stage presence of JHope because he was just like killing it on the stage. And then 3:27 a.m. Taehyung V joined. 나왔다. 지민아, XX 무슨 뜻? I'm here. 지민아, what does XX mean? And then, V was on his way home or to his hotel after he worked out. And he posted this as a Weverse story. Oh, wait. Let me play this. Actually, this is fine. Yeah, to prove that he's watching it live, right? While he's on the ride. I love that. So, V said that, and Jimin said, 야, 운동 끝났냐? 빨리 와. 같이 보자. Yo, did you finish your workout? Hurry up and watch this with me. And Jimin said, it's a curse word, referring to the XX. When he said it's looking so cool. And then Kim Taehyung said, 방금 fucking go라고 하지 않았음? Didn't you just say go? Such a classic Jimin V interaction. And Jimin answered, 몰라, 몰라, 그냥 멋있어. I don't know, it's just so cool, referring to Hobie's stage presence, right? Hobie's performance. So he said that, I don't know, it's just cool, he said. And then V said, 나 얼른 갈게, 이제 끝났음. Alright, I'll be right there, just finished. And then Jimin said, okay. So that was 3:28 a.m. And then Jimin keeps chatting, right? At 3:31 a.m. he said, God damn. And this was during when JHope was grooving to the electric guitar outro of More, while the crowd was chanting his name. And More was set on the set list, number 5 on the set list. So that was that. And then, I love On the Street. JHope performed On the Street solo version. And Jimin said, every time I move, referring to the chorus, right? Every time I move. And then that was 3:33 a.m. At 3:39 a.m. Jimin commented, 형님 등 땀났네. Hyung's back is quite sweaty. And this was during JHope performing Lock Unlock using a mic stand. So Jimin paying attention to the details. Hobiehyung being sweaty on his back. And then 3:40 a.m. Jimin said JK. And here his referring to JK, Jungkook, because JHope was performing I Wonder, and during the chorus, the crowd, the armies, sang along for Jungkook's part. I love I Wonder. And then I don't know what he was saying. He was basically making a weird noise. Noah at 3:45 a.m. 3:48 a.m. Jimin said, 뭐야, 콘서트인데? VCR까지? Is this a full-on production? Even VCRs? So yeah, at this time, after JHope performed Trivia, Just Dance, there was VCR, and there was Charm of Hope. So it wasn't a concert-specific VCR, but rather the Charm of Hope concept film that Big Hit Music released before releasing Killing a Girl, right? If I remember correctly, this one. So, but it was basically JHope's solo concert, an hour and a half. Well, it's like a shortened version of Hope on the Stage. And some people call it, this is the final encore concert of Hope on the Stage tour. And then 3:50 a.m. 미친 Killing It no. This was when JHope was performing Killing It Girl. And then this was hilarious. 키키키키 다 벗어라. Take it all off. So here is when JHope starts to unbutton his shirt. And this was amazing. And JHope, Jimin said 다 벗어라. And then, wait, did I not put this on? Oh, it was later on when Jimin posted this photo of himself. But before that, after performing Killing a Girl, there was Mona Lisa and Sweet Dreams, right? And then at 3:56 a.m., Jimin said, 아미 노래 왜 이렇게 잘해요? Why are ARMY so good at singing? And I think this was during Sweet Dreams. And yeah, ARMYs did a surprise event holding paper hearts with messages on them. Does anybody know what was written on them? I should look into this after this. But yeah, ARMY singing Sweet Dreams is always my favorite. And Jimin said, 영화 같다. 해 지는 거. Looks like a movie, the sunset and everything. Yeah, and I love this purple sky with the purple clouds, the sunset and the armies on the ground holding purple hearts. So sweet, isn't it? Yeah, so Jimin's right. It does look like a film, shot from a beautiful film. And then Jimin said, 아니 몇 명이나 계신 거예요? How many armies are even there? He said this during outro, Ego. And then, yeah, this was when Jimin posted this story on Instagram. 나도 벗어 던졌다, 형. 형, I also took it off, took my shirt off. Let's check this out. So after this, this is during the mic drop. His timing was wrong for the 미안해 엄마. So he did it too early. So he was like, 아니야? What was it wrong? Is this not here? And then he did a 미안해 엄마 eventually. That was so fun. Alright, so after that, 뭐야, 앵콜이 있었어? Wait, is there an encore? He posted at 4:47 a.m. And indeed, there was an encore. Like I said, it was basically like a concert. So he did an encore, and then at the very end, he performed Hope World and band introduction, equal sign, future, and neuron and dancer introduction, right? So there was an encore, and then this was his last message on Weverse that he typed in the chat during the beautiful fireworks at the very end. And on Instagram, he posted, 아미, 댄서, 형님 누나들 다 JHope 아미 댄서 형님 누나들 다 고생했어요. JHope Army the dancers 형 누나s everyone amazing job. You will work so hard. So such a beautiful support that Jimin poured out the entire time JHope was performing. Yeah, not only for JHope but for all the people involved, including armies, dancers, and the staff and the band members. All right. Oh, and the words that JHope delivered before he performed the Encore set, Hope World. This is what he said. Where is it? All right. Our time together is sadly coming to an end, so I would like to say a few words in Korean, if that's okay, JHope said. What's this? Yeah, I'll put it here. Thank you. And in German, he said Danke. After Lollapalooza in 2022, I'm back again in Berlin for Lollapalooza 2025. First off, I want to say thank you to everyone watching from around the world through the live stream. Honestly, there's not much I need to say. I just came here to have fun. And yes, before Hobipalooza, JHope made a statement through a big hit that back in 2022, JHope was a bit nervous, but at the same time, he wanted to prove himself through the Lollapalooza performance, right? But this time, JHope said that he wanted to enjoy himself with the armies, with the audience. All right, so back to his speech. I just came here to have fun. I came to feel Berlin's energy. After this Lollapalooza Berlin performance, I'll be returning to group activities and working on music with BTS. Before coming here, I told many of my staff, let's finish strong, let's just go have fun. And you guys made that happen. While touring the world, I have felt so much gratitude. What I showed you today was basically the same tour setlist, and I'm thankful you enjoyed it and stayed with me all the way. Thank you. I love you all. And then here, armies chanted, I love you too. We love you, right? So JHope said it back, I love you too. I love you too. And while on tour, I went to North America, Asia, South America, but I didn't get to visit Europe. So I really wanted to take this chance at Lollapalooza Berlin to show my European armies what I've got and enjoy it with you. And I'm pretty sure this is me speaking, HB speaking. European armies are holding their breath until BTS announces a world tour and then says that they will be performing in Europe. So let's see if that happens. All right, back to JHope. So I really wanted to take this chance at Lollapalooza Berlin to show my European armies what I've got and enjoy it with you. I'm honored to be here with Lollapalooza. Thank you so much. The weather is great today too. I was worried it might rain, but we were lucky. I love you all. And then he said, Danke again. And at the end, in English, he says something like, this year has meant so much to me. I performed the set list on so many stages around the world, and now ending it here at Lollapalooza with all of you feels like the perfect closing chapter. Thank you for being part of this unforgettable journey. Let's wrap this up with meaning, with energy. Okay, let's go. And then he finished his set list with Hope World, Equal Sign, Future, and Neuron. So basically, this is my third time watching Hope on the stage. And every time I watch it, it's getting better and better and hotter and hotter. And this time, I love how Jimin was expressing his live support through chat, so that made it funnier and hilarious. But yeah, JHope proved once again how he's such a incredible artist, being able to kill it on the stage all by himself, and all the armies who were present at the Lollapalooza Berlin today, they were amazing as well, showing the incredible support for JHope. All right, and after the Berlin performance, JHope is now scheduled to make a brief stop in Korea before heading to Los Angeles, according to the media, where the BTS members are currently gathering, right? And once he gets back to the BTS members, I'm sure he'll be ready to cook with other members. Okay, now I will make follow-up videos to talk about Hobie's live, Weverse live streaming, what he talked about, followed by Jimin and Jungkook Weverse live. Okay, but with this one, let me know what you thought about Hobipalooza 2025 at Berlin. What was your favorite part? And what was different from your experiences of Hope on the stage? Okay, let me know all about it. And if there's anything that I missed or was wrong about, please feel free to fill in the gaps by writing comments. And when you do so, let's stay positive, respectful, and classy. Thank you guys. Peace and love. Bye bye.